The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Aggies offense will start this game off with the football. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Hicks. Zings it complete to the right. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Hold. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. 1st down for this offense. He leaves it with his back. There he goes. Knocked off his feet. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Red pass, it's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone guy.
Calls his own number. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when you catch a big fella.
Quarterback keeper. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Black. That's kind of mistake that throws off your game plan, come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Let's see what he can do with it. Spins away from the defense.
The returner brings it out to the 47, and the Texas A&M offense will take over.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes.
Lots of room to run. He's at the touchdown, Aggies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyons. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Presley. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Denson. At the 40. There he goes. He's loose. The 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
Turning it on! He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in my day. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
Got his man quickly. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the corner. Looking for a man. It's Hicks. Back open in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The RPO, it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. He's got him in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
He'll do it himself. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hey, you know it's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Jackrabbit.
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Bruno. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll try to run for it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Quick release by the QB. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Texas A&M 38, South Carolina
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
On the option. Now the toss. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. On the move. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Spider!
Makes the grab. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They'll run play action. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Denson. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Got it in the middle. It's McLeod. That should be the final play of the first half. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He splits the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Fighting off the defender. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good
breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Jackrabbit.
They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Hicks. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Aggie. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
There he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. Once he got some room, it was over. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Leaves it with the running back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to ride this running back. At the 45 on his way. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback keeps it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! Great job by the back on the option. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires one high and deep. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute over.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The screen, and watch out. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Picks up the first down, still moving. Wide open on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
73, South Carolina, 20.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good